Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We are All Systems Go. My name is Sean, and I am the GM for this game. Today, we'll be playing Blades in the Dark, and my three lovely players are Abby, Logan, and Sarah.
Woo!
We are coming back right in the middle of a heist that we started last week, or last session, which was 2 weeks ago. And that was where our three intrepid scoundrels were infiltrating the Dimmer Sisters, a sort of strange and mysterious occult group, in the search of a witch named Mia, who has a source of Leviathan blood. And that's what they're really after. To be used at a later date for nefarious purposes. I think last we left off, the Logan and Abby as Duchess and Sylph were downstairs on the ground floor, and we're kind of getting ready to hopefully bust out Mia and Echo, who had recently sort of freed themselves, sort of, from the Dimmer Sisters' hold, but they were up the building a bit. And I think y'all were still in the original sort of holding cell. You hadn't actually fully busted out.
We haven't stepped out, but it's no longer locked.
But you're not sort of contained in the same way.
Yeah, and the magic, I think, has been...
Mia is free to burn things as she sees fit, which is a dangerous power for her to have. And
I've barely convinced her not to burn everything.
Echo's still
for a short amount of time.
Semi-pretending to be trans-powdered, so...
might wear off quickly.
The Dimmer Sisters' home is your oyster. Let's see. I think all we had heard was a couple people creaking around, maybe upstairs. But
And did we have the uniforms? Did we find spare uniforms? Or am I making that?
Oh yeah, we're wearing cultist
you found some cloaks.
You heard my voice in your heads from times past when Echo was like, "It's always great to have a spare uniform."
Yes, so we are wearing the cloaks, and we have to go up a floor.
The two of you do not know where Mia
She's in the basement.
Yeah,
she was not
where
in the
you
basement.
just came from. Yeah, we had Sylph and Duchess entering from below, so they're kind of from the ground up.
Sean,
yes.
Can I flashback?
Of course.
And say that when, you know how I tried to stop the door from shutting all the way when I got carried in, and I was like, "You'll never take me alive."
How you tried to break the lock glyph on the front of that door,
I completely
and you
failed.
did not succeed.
But the flashback being that when I realized that didn't work and they weren't going to be able to come through the front door and they might need to find me, I will have finessed so that my burglary gear, which I think I've already checked off, has because I use the lockpick with me. It also has this pouch of fine sand, and just
pouch of fine sand.
Yes, it does. If you click the little down arrow, you can see the list of things.
Just what I always needed for my lockpicking repertoire. That's why I can't break into any buildings lately.
Sean, it's all here. It is all here for you. Blades in the dark. So I'm gonna say I just poked a hole, or I pinched a hole in the sand, and there's maybe a trail of sand, or enough of a direction that if Sylph comes across it, she can be I know where she is.
But not Duchess.
Not Duchess, because Duchess is too busy looking for people.
too busy scanning for stuff.
She's probably tagging. She's tagging the whole trail. So I was like, Foxfire was here.
Move this sand out of the way. I need to tag this place.
God, who keeps putting sand down where I want to
Duchess,
tag
yeah,
things?
just goes right over it. Doesn't even
I
too
imagine
focused.
like a Victorian foyer with just like a huge
Mm-hmm.
graffiti on it. Yeah.
All right.
So I want to roll finesse for that.
So yes, I'll let you do that. It'll probably be a 1 stress flashback.
Okay.
And then I will need you to roll finesse.
Risky
see.
standard.
I think you're going to be, risky, limited maybe. So I feel like a trail of sand through their
Can I
front
trade
entrance.
position for a
Of course. How would you like to do that? Are you gonna poke a bigger hole? Are you going to?
I guess it has to be noted. Like I make it more noticeable, and that means that they can also notice. And then they're
right.
like,
It's
"Why
more
is
likely they'll notice it.
And they might like.
Why is she leaking a beach behind her?
What a leaky beach.
Oh, I like that. That's Echo's new nickname is the Leaky Beach.
Yeah. That's my new moniker.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible tavern or inn or something. Oh gosh.
God.
All
So
right.
yeah, so what am I, risky?
No, you'll be
Desperate?
standard.
Standard. Standard. What are my standards these days? Let's go.
They're low.
Oh no. Look. 6.
And it begins,
Six,
friends.
Sean.
If you've not joined us for any previous episodes, the reign of 6s haunts my living dreams.
What you gonna do?
My living hours. Okay.
Sarah, if you taunt him, it gets worse.
That's true. That's probably true.
You
I
must
love
be
you. You're the
humble.
best.
You must be humble with your 6s, with the
This
power that
Leaky
you
Beach
wield.
does what she wants.
Okay, so the Leaky Beach strikes again. That's just too fun to say. And a subtle but distinctive trail of fine, very fine sand is kind of leading a trail up the stairs and through the house, which I think both Duchess and
Duchess,
Sylph
look, some
can-
fine sand.
But is there a leaky beach around here somewhere?
If that ain't the trademark of Leaky Beach, if I ever heard it.
Hey, I'm a pirate, so it makes perfect sense that I have sand.
Yeah, you may follow that sand trail if you see fit.
Are we on the first floor, or are we still down 1 floor?
We're on the first floor. We snuck up.
I think you made it up to the first floor.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because you knocked out the person.
Mhm.
You were in
Okay.
the basement. You were in like sort of the crypt that was
Yeah.
underground, and then you were in the basement, and then you knocked
out
the
that
person
guy, and now
who
we're on the
was-
ground floor.
Yeah.
So now you
Okay.
had easy access to the ground floor.
Okay.
And then I think you heard some people wandering upstairs. And other than that, you're in a creepy sort of, Victorian-esque manor. A building turned kind of sort of strange manor. And following that trail of sand, it leads you upstairs, and you know you're not alone though up here, so you could
Just put our hoods up. Pretend like we know what we're doing.
sure,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, so you're gonna try and pretend to be members of the Dimmer Sisters. I think that might require a roll.
We could
Of
pretend
some
to
kind.
be Dimmer Sisters.
Isn't
What
it
did
the
I
same
say?
thing?
I don't know. I assume they have like a cult following, and we want to be the head honchos. I
I
don't know.
think that they're all just the Dimmer sisters.
It's
I
just the
hate
name
it.
of
See,
the gang. There
we
isn't
keep
one
thinking-
No, they're-
like,
We
They
keep
are
thinking that there are like
sisters.
3 Dimmer sisters.
There
or
are
something,
3
but
Dimmer sisters in my mind, and you can't do anything
They're
about
definitely a hag coven. That's what I know.
100%.
Yeah. So, anyway, you can pretend to be part of the gang, the Dimmer Sisters.
With Sway.
Is that Sway?
Yeah, it says
I was gonna say either Sway
with
or Prowl.
disguise. Or Prowl works too. I mean, that's great.
You have to influence someone, trick people.
But if there's nobody we're tricking, then it doesn't matter how good we're doing.
Yeah. I guess, like, do we see other people that are not Mia and Echo?
Yeah, I mean, I think going up, it's trying to think how. So it's I think it's sort of like you go up sort of a grand staircase, and it's got a little veranda sort of thing before it splits into 2 smaller staircases up the side. And once you get on the veranda, you look up and you can see that there is one person sort of about to make their way down the stairs, but you know there's also another person up, at least one other person up there, and you're pretty sure the building, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's probably like, it's at least 4 floors total. So there's even more levels, and there's probably a couple more sisters that are unaccounted for. All things
Okay,
considered.
well, let's do hoods up, faces down, following that sand
Yeah.
through Prowl right on past.
Yeah.
Do you want to lead?
Sure.
Okay.
What's
What
our
are we at?
position?
I think your position is going to be. Let's say desperate standard.
Okay.
Because that's what it usually always ends up being, anyways.
We will always trade position for effect.
Always.
Okay, we're good. 6.
I have to give you desperate 0 effect to make anything interesting happen.
6.
6. A humble 6.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you'd already rolled Duchess with your cute little 3 back there.
But question, so if I fill up prowess, do I immediately get a dot right now?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it is immediate. You're learning from hanging around Sylph so much, and her aura of darkness that she's acquired from He Who Walks in Darkness. Feel yourself becoming one with the shadows. And you do sort of slip by the 2 of you. You take the opposite staircase, and the other sister kind of goes down on the opposite side of you and does not pay any attention. Following the sort of trail of sand, I think down the corridor a bit, you eventually, I think you find another person. This one seems to be sort of like pacing around by the doors where you think Mia and Echo would be. So like you see the sand, like you see this trail of sand leading further down the hallway, and you can see there's one person, almost like they're trying to guard the sort of door. So it might be a little more difficult than just sneaking past them.
Okay, the other sister told us that we had to retrieve them, so that's how we're gonna get them, right?
Yes, but I do have another twist on that plan.
Okay, great. Go for it.
Okay. So let's stroll on up, cloaks up, Dimmer sister persona on, and I have my fine bottle of whiskey out as well. And I'll approach this sister. What does she do?
the sister kind of looks at the two of you. I mean, so the hoods do obscure your face, but not completely. So she looks at you and she says, what are you doing up here, sisters? Shouldn't you be helping with the ritual downstairs? And then she kind of starts looking closer at you, like
Oh, I'll like look
suspiciously.
down, like I'm looking for something, and then I'll pull this whiskey bottle out and I'll say something along the lines of like, "Oh, they've completed this potion to help protect you from the effects of this woman in there. They thought it'd be prudent that you have the first dose since you're guarding."
That sounds like a sway or a command or something. You're gonna need a roll because she is
Yeah,
very suspicious.
I'm sure she is.
Just a note, this is the trick whiskey bottle with the sleep potion in it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the one where I can make it
The devil's
be
whiskey
either way.
bottle.
Yeah.
The devil's whiskey bottle.
Yes. The
Either
goal of
sleeping
this is to
potion
put
or
her to
whiskey.
sleep.
Yes.
Your
Sway sounds
you're gonna
more
sway.
likely. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
have one in each, so it doesn't really matter. Do you have a
Oh,
devil's
okay.
bargain for me? Actually, no. What's my position and effect?
Yeah. Your position and effect, you're gonna be risky 0 effect, actually.
Trade that position for effect.
Okay, so you're gonna be desperate limited, which means you may not
And
get the full effect that you want. And
and
then a devil's bargain.
yes.
A devil's bargain.
They're summoning the demon that we have to deal with.
I think the devil's bargain is just gonna be more like the Dimmer sisters will be pursuing you all. Will be pursuing Foxfire.
Accept. So can I want to increase my effect and have an extra die via a combination of pushing myself and devil's bargain, whichever ones line up with what I can do.
Yeah, I know that is possible, so I will not worry about the particulars.
Yep. Okay. This is going to be great. I'm
Abby
remaining
could
humble.
assist.
Are you gonna assist me, Abby?
Do you want me to?
I don't know.
No,
I have 2 dice.
You are good.
I know. I think I got it. Yeah.
She's got it. Duchess has it.
This
in
is
hand.
not that other game we play, so I'll be fine. 5.
You won't roll absurd challenge
Ooh,
type. 5.
5.
Okay. So you succeed, but of course with consequences. So the woman seems surprised and a little hesitant, but she
I take the first swig of the non-sleep and then I hand it to her.
Clever. Okay, yes, she agrees, and then she takes a quick swig herself, and pretty immediately, like, feels the effects of this. Your let's see, what is your consequences? I think she falls sort of unconscious, like falls asleep faster than you were expecting, and so she's gonna like clunk clunk on the floor.
I'm gonna run up there real quick and catch
No,
it.
you should let me do it.
Okay, you do it.
Can I prowess to catch her before she falls?
You're gonna have to resist consequences.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Prowess.
sure. Yes,
Resist with prowess.
Mhm.
Okay. I just put my 4th one into prowess, so now I can roll 4.
Oh my god, that's why he was so excited.
6!
Oh my gosh,
And a
1 6
bunch of
1.
ones.
All right. Thanks.
I'm so upset it's not a critical.
That would have been. I would have been so mad. So You rush over and grab her before she can clunk clunk on the floor, raising even more alarm, and set her down gently. But then, and following the trail of sand, you see it leads to a door which has another sort of mystic symbol on it, similar to the one, kind of similar to the one that you saw in the tunnels underneath that you messed with earlier, Sylph, and that maybe Echo would recognize, but she can't see them from this side.
She's probably in here now.
Yeah, probably. Does this rune symbol thing look like? Can I tell when it would activate? Is it like a touch it thing, or if the door opens, or?
I don't think so, because I think we did a fate die last time to see how much you knew about this.
Can I tell more about it now that I set the last one off?
And you failed. I think you can tell it's not like a trap in the same way as that other one.
It's probably an alarm system or something.
It's probably, yeah, your guess would be like a lock or an alarm or something connected to the door, but it's not. It's the same style, but you can tell it's definitely a different talisman. And you can hear probably Mia talking on the others to herself on the other side of the room.
All right, I will try to disarm this.
All right. How?
With a tune.
All right. So with a tune,
if that works. Otherwise, I can like finesse to like scratch out some bits.
No, I think you can attune to it. You might have to do that thing where like you kind of partially activate it to get the magic sort of going, but you can definitely attune to it. I think your position and effect are going to be risky standard.
Okay.
So you're not in immediate danger at the moment. Look at these
and
6
a 1.
ones. 6 1s, 6 1s. The bane of my existence. Okay. So you kind of place your hand gently on this sigil that's been inscribed into the door, and it flares softly with a bit of blue light, but attuning to it with your power from He Who Walks in Darkness, kind of shadows seem to leak from your hand and slowly take over the sigil before all of its power just sort of fades away. And you hear almost like a click as if the door has unlocked itself. And opening up, you see a sort of agitated Mia and a slightly calmer Echo. Who knows?
Yeah.
We throw back our hoods. Reveal that we're not Dimmer sisters.
Say what?
Yeah, maybe you enter and Mia had just like whipped around and like been about. You kind of like.
And I like cover Mia's mouth.
Sylph can feel a little bit of attunement was about to happen, and there's just a hint of sort of sulfur in the air. And yes, you found the infamous Mia.
I'm like, Mia, they're with me. Like, it's okay. We're gonna get out of here.
She's like,
I'm like, all right. I'm like, do you promise to be quiet?
No.
Like jab her a little harder. I'm like, do you promise to be quiet?
Moo.
Okay.
Who the fuck are these two? All right. So you have acquired Mia, and it's just like a Steam achievement. Mia acquired. And you still need to get out. If you wanted to, you could try and find the Dimmer sisters' stash of Leviathan blood. because they have some of Mia's,
But Mia also
well as
knows
their
how to
own.
get some, so we could just get fresh stuff.
Yeah, Mia seems to know how to get supply, as well as she probably has some stashed away somewhere.
We should take something from them. I'm sure they have interesting things.
We could take her.
I mean, we're going to
take
take
Mia.
her.
We're
Oh no,
taking-
the sleeping woman.
Oh.
You could try.
Oh.
Wouldn't your
We just
weird,
leave.
freaky god like a dimmer sister? I don't know how that works.
But I mean, maybe.
I think Echo, while we're deliberating, is like, Mia, we need to get our hands on some Leviathan blood. Is there more Leviathan blood, or like, do you know the source of more Leviathan blood, or do we need to take it from the Dimmer sisters before we leave?
Roll a fate die for me,
Fate die.
and
I will
we'll
roll the fate.
see what
Just one?
the answer to that is. Yeah, just one.
Come on, roll 20. No notes. Let's do this. Boom!
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna quit. You don't even need me. Y'all can just write your own story and
It
roll
doesn't even make
sixes.
sense.
Like, it's been every single. Oh, except for that.
I
No,
rolled a
Logan rolled a
5.
five.
Sway
That was it.
in the finesse. No, that must be an old
That
one.
was my starting roll to get it all
That was
set
a
up.
test.
Yeah, test roll.
Wow, the statistics of this game are crazy. Okay. How
Fortune
what is
favors the
the
bold,
response
Sean.
of that? Mia looks at you and she says, "Yeah, of course. I mean, I've got some stashed away, and the Dimmer sisters took a little bit of what I had on hand, so you could always get some from them. I mean, it depends on how much you want, and there's always ways to acquire things.
We need
and
4 liters.
4
Good, I'm
liters.
glad you remember
We need
how much.
1 liter, probably.
need- 1 liter for the sirens,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if y'all wanted some of your own,
I don't really want any of that shit. Seems dangerous.
wow, I'm surprised. I mean, it is dangerous, but it's
I gotta stay
useful.
on the
I mean,
down
as
low.
long as
My
as long as
soul
we
was
know the
almost
source.
rendered from my body.
rendered.
did.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So now that you have Mia, you have potentially the most important piece of the puzzle. But you could try and leave the Dimmer sisters a parting gift, or just try and get the hell out.
I mean, are we just
Yeah,
going
do
out
we-
the front door?
Or you could take this lady with you.
Or the roof.
Let's just go back down through. I kind of want to see what happened in their summoning circle, and we know that the basement is safe.
Oh,
There's
but
so
why?
many of them, though.
It'd be fine. Just sneak past them like we did before.
But I'm like, we have her.
Mia's
Okay.
just like, I just want to get out, so I'll burn down the front door if need be. But
No, let's keep the smoke and fire to a minimum. I guess let's go in the basement. I have a smoke bomb we can use.
Okay.
okay,
Echo's like, all right, fine.
Roll another fate die for me. Someone, anyone.
I'm not going to be the disappointment.
I'll do it again. Let's
Sweet,
go.
sweet fate die.
Oh, 5 is pretty
5,
good.
still pretty good. Okay, not bad. So, how is this gonna work? So I think you get down. You get downstairs, and you get down into the basement, and just as you are kind of like wanting to go down into sort of the catacombs, that the tunnels that you took, you hear someone say, "The ritual is complete. We are finished, sisters." And you hear a lot of sort of shuffling and moving, and you're pretty sure a large amount of sisters are about to be coming your way very shortly. Would you like to
Okay.
proceed down to the basement still?
Alternatively, I could go down there by myself.
I know
But
exactly
why?
what someone wants to do now.
Why would you go down by yourself?
This is Abby wanting to do this.
Abby wants to try out her new toys.
Echo is like throws herself into Abby, like she like shoves up the hoods on both of your cloaks and thrusts herself into like the arms of one of you and is like, "I'll never talk. You'll never take me." I don't care what dungeon you take me to. I'll never say anything.
I think Mia is in like the back, is just looking at you all and is like, "So I'm gonna go out the front door.
Whatever. Goodbye. We'll meet up with you later.
Meet up with you later, girl."
And she's gonna start heading back up, away from whatever nonsense is about to go on down here. And you start to hear the sound of footsteps coming towards you as Echo's yelling in your arms.
If we're committed to going the downstairs,
okay, yeah,
then I'll roll sway for me, like convincing the other demon sisters.
We should just do a group action and we can all be swaying and be like, "Come on, like the boss told us to bring you down."
I've cut on your little sand trail, you leaky bitch.
You tried to use sand to lure them to you. Yeah, let's do that.
Who wants to lead it?
A group sway. I'm gonna put you at Desperate Limited.
Do I count as being in disguise? Because I was in disguise as Mia, and I never revealed myself.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not this other prisoner, I'm this other prisoner!
I know, because they know your original disguise was false. And so you're not in a new disguise as something else.
Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. What about technically it says when you use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection.
Oh.
You get 1d rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion.
Sounds good.
Okay. Because you need another chance to roll a 6.
Yeah, we have to crit.
I do, Sean. That's to show I'm legal.
Yep.
Use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
So what were we? Desperate what?
Limited.
Great.
2. Who's leading? We didn't decide.
I'll lead. I'll lead.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yay!
Just don't worry, Sarah will bring you home.
Let's go, guys!
Oh, barely!
Just barely, yeah,
Just
with that
barely.
4.
So wait, what do I take? 2 stress?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrible.
You take
that was
2
bad.
stress.
We should have gone out the front door.
Should have gone out the front door. We had to be curious.
We always do this.
Just because it's too easy. The main part is too easy. Okay, so you put on this charade of trying to control Echo, who's pretending to be a non-compliant prisoner, and the kind of first couple of sisters pop their heads up and enter the basement that you all are in. And they are kind of confused and look at you and are like, "Sisters, I thought the prisoners were all upstairs in the room." And you have another consequence. And so the other consequence is a there's another figure that emerges from the darkness, and it is from behind these like first three sisters that pop out. And it's sort of incredibly tall and lanky and humanoid in shape, but definitely not in sort of stature and proportions. And kind of deep within its hooded figure, you can see just eyes of like pure, like dark blue. And it kind of looks like very distressingly at the three of you, as if sort of piercing through kind of your countenance. It is also takes particular notice. Its eyes keep seeming to linger on Sylph, and it seems to like be focusing on the star that's sort of embedded in you.
I mean,
You have acquired undue notice.
It's just jealous because you're the dimmest sister.
Yes.
She is the dimmest of
there
the
you go.
dimmer sisters.
Hashtag the dimmest sister.
We got Leaky Beach, dimmest sister. I just need a cool nickname.
You're gonna have one soon.
So, but you only had limited effect, so you do not achieve your full goal. The last couple of sisters, about 4 more, come upstairs as well, and the 3 original sisters look at you all, you two, and are like, has something happened? Were the prisoners escaping? Do you need help bringing them back upstairs?
Echo's like,
And they
you
keep,
never
like-
would have found my trail of sand.
And they keep sort of edging closer, and the other sisters are sort of fanning around to like almost flank you on the sides.
Can I resist and sort of... I don't know if this would technically be a resist, but I want to say something like, "We have this one, the other one's escaping out the front door, go catch her."
That, I think, would be a roll.
That's
'cause the
bad though, because
consequence-
Mia needs to escape.
We
Your
need
actual
Mia.
get-
consequence was the figure noticing you all. But
Okay.
this is just a aspect of your limited effect. You need
Got
to
it.
roll something else to get to kind of actually deflect their suspicion.
I think alternatively we go like, this one was trying to make a scene and injure the other one, so she needed to be removed from that room. So I figured I'd bring her down here, torture her a little bit maybe, and then, you know, as us sisters do.
Yes.
You
That sounds great,
crazy witches!
And then maybe she'll learn her manners. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'll
We
slap
like
her in the
stage
face.
fight.
I
All
actually hit her.
right, that sounds like a roll, Abby.
Can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
Or what's the one where I roll to help
Setup.
her roll?
That's a setup. So a setup
Can I
will
s- yeah.
increase your position or
Yeah.
effect.
I guess so. What is her position or effect first?
Well, what are you gonna roll? Are you gonna roll sway, Abby?
Yeah.
All right. So your position and effect is going to be desperate 0.
Oh great, yes. Love it.
Okay. Can I set her up by skirmishing Echo? Like really convincing
Uh-huh.
A little beat 'em up.
Like woman handle her.
Yes, you can, of course.
Echo agrees to this grudgingly.
Okay, what's my
So,
position? in
your
effect?
position in effect. Yours is gonna be desperate standard.
I love it. Nothing can go wrong because I only have one die.
Mm-hmm. You push yourself, or you
Five.
can roll devil
Nice.
step bargain.
Oh,
5.
Okay, so
so Logan just is like, you need to be quiet.
yeah, you do a couple of like maybe. Do you think you like punch her or slap her or I don't know? What's
Maybe she
this?
starts talking and I'll like elbow her in the gut.
Yeah, but you pull it a little bit, maybe at the very end. Okay, so you do kind of deflect some suspicion, and there will be a consequence, but I want to see Abby's
Yeah.
roll first to see how I want to deal with that exactly. So,
So I'm gonna increase my effect level with that.
okay, so you'll be desperate limited.
And then I'll push myself. Yeah. For what do I want? Another die, probably.
Okay, technically, Sarah
Sarah
or,
could help.
Echo can assist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I assist?
Can you be assisted by 2 different people?
Yours was a setup.
You're
I
setting
know,
up,
but could
Echo.
I also then
No.
assist?
No, you can't assist with 2 people.
So I would assist and just be like, extra convincing of like, if you've never found my trail of sand, you never would have let known and I would have escaped. And I point at, and I'm like, and now
Wait, do you have
I
the
have to-
stress to pay for that, or do you want to save
I
yours?
have 4 empty stress.
Okay. Is it 2?
It's 1.
It's 1. Oh, okay,
It's
you're fine.
assisting's just 1, yeah.
Okay.
Then I might need to take a break.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll be just like blaming. I'll just give more rationale, like, if you've never found my sand, I would have escaped, and like giving more reason for like why they need to move me, basically.
Okay.
So like
Mhm.
it's less suspicious of them to be taking me away from where I was in the beginning.
Mhm.
Like, I compromised my location,
You're being volatile. All right.
and I'm being volatile.
So I think that means you have 2 extra die from pushing yourself and assisting.
Yep. Can I
did you
use
wanna-
my push myself die to improve my effect again instead of?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
set
It'd
up
be
for a dice.
Desperate standard.
Standard.
With 1 bonus dice for help and 1 bonus dice for daredevil.
Boy.
Ah, thank God.
High five!
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you let's see. So you do this convincing argument, and sort of the sister that's already been talking to you says, fine, take care of this prisoner and figure out what she was doing with that fortune teller, why she was even related to this fortune teller in the first place, and then just get rid of her. She's useless to us.
Oh, I intend to.
We have more important things to attend to now that we have a new guest. And they start to file back upstairs, and so the very tall, I'm thinking this figure's probably like
8 feet tall.
yeah, at least 8
Yeah.
feet
It's a
tall.
good size.
With like really long arms and kind of distorted fingers. And it sort of like As it starts walking to follow the sisters, it stops by Duchess and kind of stoops down to look Duchess in the eye before I think it says like, "You are marked. We will be watching you." Sort of, and you can feel the insignia that you already have on your body sort of flare a little bit in pain um, before it sort of moves on and follows the Dimmer sisters.
I
I'm gonna give
will
it one of
resist
these.
that. I'll just be like, buddy, I'm monogamous. You can't join this party.
All right.
One demon per
Yes,
life.
one demon per me.
Don't think that's your new four dot prowess. So
No.
4
Is
dice
it
prowess.
my 3 insight or my 3 resolve?
Probably resolve or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. One of the other two. It's not a physical resistance, that's for sure. All right, 1 stress.
5.
Okay. And the sisters leave you alone. Let's see.
I feel like Echo's like, I hope this is worth it, Sylph.
I think Mia can handle herself. She can burn down a door need be in a flash. More than a door.
Could you not just open it?
She's like our distraction now.
It was locked technically, but probably not from the inside. It doesn't matter. And y'all were distracting for a moment with these whole shenanigans. So the way is clear to the down under.
Can we
Why
go
did we wanna go down
retrieve
here?
Duchess's spirit bane charm that she threw in there? Or did it get destroyed? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, to stop the
It-
ritual.
Is not there.
Okay.
When you get down, you see it's not located there anymore.
Why did we come down there? Did you see that demon? It was so cool.
Yes, I saw it, and it also saw us, and it tried to mark me.
We're like, that's why we came down here? Echo's like, I thought we had a better escape route.
I mean,
Oh,
this
there
is
is a
also a
tunnel,
good
yes.
escape route. Yeah. We didn't just come down here for that.
Echo was about to have like a massive vein like popping out of her forehead. Just like, okay.
Okay, well, let's just
Alright.
escape out down that.
We escape.
And I'll just be like, oh, who put this here? What is this? This graffiti in the tunnels. Just keep moving.
And Echo's like, I was locked up.
This graffiti, those ruffians these days, just marking up everything they want. Okay, so
Ooh, can I, at the ritual site, can I, like, have, like, some fake blood or something and, like, splatter everywhere like Echo was killed? And then we can just...
sure. Count that as part of an item that you had, maybe.
Let's use the real blood. There's a box of rats over there.
Nice.
Perfect.
Convenient
I
box
forgot
of
about
rats.
our box
She's
of
rat
rats.
blood.
A flashback to having a bag of blood.
Would you need stress that badly?
A vial of my own blood to fake my own death.
Just cut yourself, get harm, and then resist the harm and take stress.
Oh, but I don't want to go over my stress budget. I just need more than 5.
My
You
answer
need more than
is
5?
No.
your flashback's not going to cost you
Oh,
any
okay.
stress
Well, that's
to
fine.
acquire some blood.
That's fine. I'll just splatter this blood. It'll be fine.
All right.
Do you still need stress? We can go back upstairs.
It should be okay.
Just come to the opera. With
Okay,
me.
I
We'll be
will.
fine.
Isn't she banned from the opera?
No, I didn't get banned.
Oh, yeah.
I banned her.
I was banned from the
Echo
opera.
got banned, got actually banned, and then Sylph got banned by Duchess.
For that
Yeah.
weird thing she did. That's fine.
But now your whole life is weird things, so.
Yes. Our camaraderie, I'm expressing our essential nature, and I invite her to the opera. Mark that down, Sean. Mark that down.
Okay, I'll make a note of it in my invisible little notes. All right, so you guys all kind of make your way quietly out of the tunnels and don't run into any other problems because you just retrace your steps that you kind of already cleared before you eventually make it topside. And you have faith that Mia probably escaped fine, but you don't actually know. And you are actually sans Leviathan blood at the moment.
Yeah, we need to meet
Can I
back up
flash
with her.
back? Can I flash back to give her a meeting spot for us?
Sure. Where would that meeting spot be? That's a good
The
question.
bar at the
So-
Muse.
I don't want to bring her to Muse.
No, Muse seems like a bad idea.
Probably.
I mean, Muse already did know about her, but
oh. I mean,
Sirens
just probably
did know about
somewhere in Charter
Oh,
Hall.
that's true.
Like...
Muse is probably okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because the
Muse.
sirens task us to find her, so.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, they had a contact with her. They had been in contact with her.
Great. I'll
Yeah,
tell her
kind
to
of.
show up to Muse.
All right. So all of y'all head on over to Muse, and I think. Oh. Oh yes. Okay. Someone roll a fate
No,
die
I'll
for
do it.
me.
I'll do it.
Abe.
Oh.
Oh.
3.
Uh,
Oh no. Oh no.
and
Can I resist that?
you're gonna have to. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? Oh, yes, I know exactly what I want to do. Okay. So, the three of you all make your way out of the tunnels, and as you're kind of sort of slinking your way through the shadows of Doskvol, you eventually hear a sort of animalistic sniffing and then a deep and almost unsettling growl from behind you.
Is this
And
that weird
whirling
dog?
around,
It's
you
gotta
see
be that weird
three
dog.
pitch black hounds stalking your trail.
All right, let's just get rid
Can you
of
just
these.
mind explode them?
And I think we'll take a quick break while they figure out how to deal with their
Mind
new
explode.
puppy friends.
Mind
And
explode.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks so much for joining.
We're back.
Hello. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We're back from our break, and these three lovely players are getting to hang out with three lovely puppies who want to eat their flesh and probably chew on their bones. But I still think that's a win-win all around. Anyways, so the sort of three of you hear this menacing and guttural growl from these three pitch black sort of dog-like shadows. I mean, they're actually very challenging to see in sort of the Doskvolian dim lighting. And they are pretty close, only like 10, maybe like 15 feet away from you, crouched low as if they're about to pounce and attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
And
like,
there's-
I thought we might have a fight, and I'm gonna pull out a blade or two.
I'll pull out a
A
pistol.
blade or two. A pistol, all right.
Not my pocket pistol. My actual pistol.
Don't worry, folks.
Um,
She has more pistols than you can imagine.
One small pistol and one large pistol.
I take out the pocket pistol, it has a pocket on it, and I pull a full pistol out of that pocket.
I was thinking you use it as like an attachment, like you attach it to the end of the other pistol. It's like a little mini machine gun type thing. Okay. So,
What weapon do you pull out, Echo?
I don't pull out any weapons because I was in disguise, but I do
Oh.
have like heavy. I would say I have like heavy boots on. so they're kind of.
You're gonna do some stomping.
I'm gonna do some stomping.
These boots were made for stomping.
She's
All right.
like, little did you know I'm an expert in savate.
Mhm. All right, and so
Are
the
we in
dogs
like an
start-
alleyway kind of thing?
I imagine yes. You're probably like maybe you just taken sort of one of the narrower alleys to as like a shortcut, and so the dogs that follow you down the alley. It's not too far from the like from a more main road, but you notice that the road is kind of suspiciously quiet. You don't really hear anyone else around and about, so you're not sure if there's anyone who would help you or come to your aid or anything like that. Um, but yeah, it is sort of a narrow-ish lane that you're in,
All right.
and the dogs are gonna attack.
I'm gonna jump into action. I'm gonna do like a cool run along the walls, like slash
Prince
at
of-
them.
Run.
Prince of Persia,
Yeah, yeah,
Matrix,
yeah.
Assassin's
Prince of
Creed,
Persia, yes. Yes.
Wall Run.
Wall run and then like jump down next to them and like try to slit one of their throats.
Okay, that definitely sounds like a skirmish.
It's prowl. Because throat cutting is specific to prowl.
Is it a prowl? Hmm.
She can roll anything, Sean, but you set different effects based
I
on
know.
what.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see about that.
Ambush with close violence.
They sort of ambushed us.
I don't know.
But we see
I was
them
waiting
now.
for someone to say that. If both people are aware of the other party, it's not usually ambushing at that point.
But they were
Also-
not expecting her to run on the wall.
Running on the wall would be under prowl.
Maybe. Yes, it
They
would.
won't expect a fight scarf.
Well, do you have any dodge
No, I
and
have-
skirmish?
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, that'll be fine. You'll roll a 6 and it'll be great.
Let's see. Are you gonna roll prowl or?
I would like to roll prowl unless it's going to
Okay.
be horrible.
Prowl is going to be. What is prowl going to be? It's gonna be desperate limited.
Okay, and what's skirmish?
Skirmish would probably be risky limited.
Okay, I'll roll prowl.
Okay.
Will I? Yes. Desperate.
Can I flash back to when I silvered her weapon?
Sure. Do you think that's gonna be helpful?
I don't know.
That might cause stress. It sounds like a challenging thing to do. That, or at least an acquired asset.
What if instead I assist her and I... No, never mind. I can't shoehorn this in.
That's fine. I'll just roll.
I was gonna say I can distract. I don't know if you need a setup action or anything.
I mean, just for more effect, but it should be fine, I think. 5 is not awesome.
Ooh.
All right.
So
Yeah.
disappointing.
I know.
How dare
So, you sort of do this really cool.
So cool.
So cool. You're like,
So
I've got this,
cool.
guys. You pulled out your daggers. You were like, I'm gonna run across this wall, and it's gonna be so dope, and these dogs aren't gonna know what's coming. Unfortunately, they do kind of know what's coming. So you, do you think they're kind of in like a little chevron? So there's a leader and then 2 on the sides. Which one are you gonna go
One
for?
of the side
One of the side
ones,
ones. Okay, so you go for the one of the side ones that's kind of on the same side of the wall you're running along, and you do get a pretty good slash in on it, but you It's kind of a weird sensation. It doesn't really feel like cutting through flesh. It almost feels like cutting through a really thick, like sludge or sort of ichor. And it definitely leaves like a weird dripping substance, black substance on your blade. But the dog does seem to sort of yelp. But you're not really used to targeting animals, much less, I mean, they're big, but they're not that high off the ground. So you're a little unbalanced and you leave yourself open in a one of the other dogs gets in a nasty bite on you and you will
Okay.
take level 2 harm.
Level 2 harm? Can I mark heavy armor and just make it 0? Or is that not how heavy armor works? I'm not sure.
I think if you take the load for heavy armor, you can.
That's actually a great question. What we were just looking at items. So armor, regular armor, of course.
I
you
just
can
don't know if
mark
I can use both
once
of them at once.
on the same one. That's what I'm trying to remember too. Let's see. Does it actually say?
I think you can.
I thought you could.
So heavy armor is 5 load.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let's see. It doesn't say it under the item itself.
I'll
Maybe it
just
says
mark.
it.
I'll mark normal armor. And resist the other?
All these specifics. Armor. 32, 33 in our handy dandy notebook.
Or maybe less effect is okay.
Yeah, you can mark twice in one go to reduce it to 0. Or yeah, it would be 0 in this case.
I'll do it, that's fine.
Okay. The hound sort of tried to take a deep bite out of your thigh, but it hit some hidden plates that were sewn into your armor. What would the others like to do?
So I feel like Echo watches as Sylph does this amazing feat of acrobatic prowess, and she's just like, "Yay! I'm not gonna be able to do that." And she looks around and she sees like scaffolding. I'm assuming Doskvol is like in constant like state of like disrepair and repair. So I feel like she sees that there's some sort of scaffolding overhead that she can like knock down, like just straight up like kick over and onto like either onto the front dog or like blocking the dog's path. And she knows that Sylph can like acrobat her way over it.
Okay, yeah. There is you see there'd kind of been hastily set up sort of some construction stuff, some scaffolding that people were
With,
probably doing.
Like too many boxes are like on one side of the scaffolding, so it's kind of like leaning or sinking in the mud or whatever. And she's just like, I'm gonna knock this over.
Okay.
Like the trash can move in in a classic chase scene.
All right. So, what would you like to roll?
Wreck.
Okay, that I think would be risky standard.
Okay. Let's do it. Wreck! Hulk smash!
Okay. All right. So, you kind of let's see. So you kick out some of the important parts of this scaffolding and it quickly sort of topples over, landing. So you need to choose actually. Do you want it to land on a dog, or do you want it to just block the path?
What do you guys feel like?
Are you blocking the path?
Oh, you're fading in and out real bad, Logan. Move your microphone a little closer, maybe.
Oh, are you blocking them, the path behind them, or between us?
Between us.
Try and just do it on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's say for the front dog. Like, Abby took out one of the side dogs, and the front dog, I'm assuming, just, like, kept coming for us, and I knocked
She
it
hit
over.
one of the dogs. She did not take
No.
it out. We'll put it that way. You can tell
Well,
it's
yeah.
still in the game. Yeah.
She was, but it had to pause, I'm assuming, to deal with Abby.
I'm working on it.
She's working on it,
She's
Sean.
working on it. Okay, so yeah, you collapse this scaffolding and its kind of detritus that's on it, and manage to land it on the dog. You hear it kind of make a yelping sound in surprise and pain as it gets sort of crushed underneath all of this stuff, but you can hear it still kind of like squirming and scrabbling, so you're not sure exactly what its situation is. While you're doing that, though, sort of, let's see, what's the consequence going to be? I think the dog that had just been slashed by Sylph advances on you, Echo, and is gonna pounce at you for 2 harm as well. Take a deep bite out of your thigh.
No, it's not. Because that's
It's
not.
not?
It's not. No. I say no.
Are you gonna stop it somehow?
I'm gonna stop that from happening. I'm gonna resist that consequence.
Okay.
I have the ability Tough as Nails, which penalties from are 1 level less severe. So level 4, so it's only level 1 harm.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna resist that level 1 harm.
Sure.
Wait, no, I think this means like if you have level 2 harm, the penalty is less effect, and if you have 1 harm, then it doesn't have a penalty.
I would still have level.
You would still need to
2.
heal it technically.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it would not have any mechanical effect.
Correct. You're right. Thank you, Logan. So I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna resist.
Roll that resistance.
Prowess, and I'm just gonna say I expected the other dog to charge at me. Like I was born ready to be charged at by dogs.
We're born ready to be charged at.
No bonus dice. Let's go.
All right, 6. Fun.
So no stress.
No stress.
No stress. No stress.
Okay.
But I do have level 2 harm.
No, you have level 1 harm because your resistance worked.
Level 1 harm. You're right.
Mm-hmm. You have level 1 harm. Bit.
Dog bite.
Dog bite. But it doesn't have any negative effects on your.
I just power through.
Okie dokie, Duchess.
Okay, 2 ideas. One of them I could shoot one of the dogs, or second, I could call in that gang that we have on retainer to help us beat these dogs up.
We have a +1 roll for that too.
What do you mean?
Because it's an asset, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we already have them.
Oh, we already have
+1 die roll for a gang of toughs. I wrote down.
Oh.
Because remember that time I bought off this gang of toughs that tried to assault us on the streets?
You did, but I think Logan already acquired.
Vinny had a scav gang that was gonna help us beat something up.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds great.
Okay, well I'll whistle, pull out my sledgehammer as an unusual weapon, and then I'll command this gang. I'll command this gang in battle.
Oh, okay. You're gonna command it. We've never done this, so I don't.
I know
remember
we haven't.
exactly how it works. So this is a new mechanic to.
The
kind
other
of
one
dive
I was gonna purchase a large explosive bomb, but it's tier 5, and
Oh,
I'd have to spend
geez.
so much money.
Yep.
And you need to save up money so you can level up the gang. Okay, so that is you leading a group of toughs, which I think is explained under downtime.
Of
Because
course, it's under downtime.
Oh, maybe not. I thought it'd be under acquiring an asset, maybe. Oh, you know what? It might be under cohorts for your gang.
Yeah, it is, I think. Where is that? That's also a good question.
Gangs. Okay, so they are thugs. Did I set a quality? Oh no, it says it has scale and quality equal to your current crew tier, which is 1. Which I think is like 3 people.
Yeah.
So you call 3 extra guys to come help you out, and using a cohort. When you send them to achieve a goal, roll their quality to see how it goes. So that'd be 1. Or a PC can oversee the maneuver by leading a group action. If you direct the cohort with orders, roll command. If you participate, roll the appropriate action. So it's a group action.
Yeah, so I'll roll a group action and skirmish, probably.
Yes, that's what that sounds like. The quality of any opposition relative to the cohort's quality affects the... Oh, so I still set, position and an effect. Oh, okay. Yeah, and they roll their quality as a secondary person, but you still take stress if they fail, probably.
What?
Yeah, because it's a group action including them. So you take stress for everyone who fails.
Do they just roll as a cohort?
They just roll as a cohort their quality, so that's 1d.
Okay. So it's not like all 3 of them roll.
No, not all 3 people roll.
That's fine. I was like, that's obscene. I would never do this.
No.
Yeah, why would anyone want to roll 3 times?
No.
Yeah.
No. So you will roll skirmish. Tier. There's not very many of them, so I think you're risky standard for your skirmish. And 1 is currently under rubble.
Well, I will trade that position for effect and just get up in their face.
Okay. Yeah, so you just go crazy. Berserker
Just go
woman.
Vicious
With that sledgehammer.
Berserker woman. I have been wanting to use this for like 8 scores, and I'm
desperate
finally
creature.
getting the chance.
She finally gets to skirmish with a hammer.
She goes
Finally,
insane.
Oh gosh. All right.
You're
Wield
on
that
our
hammer.
streets now.
Great. 2. And then they roll their
1d
tier.
as well.
1d as well.
Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh.
4.
Whoa, that was almost really bad. Okay, so you do take 1 stress for your own failure.
Yeah.
Okay. And you succeed. So you kind of what did you say you gave you whistled or something? What's your signal for them?
Yeah, I whistled and I don't know. I think they've just been trailing
3
us.
men just jump out of the shadows.
Yeah, I had placed them in a crate in this alley.
Oh my god.
I guess it's like our territory. Like we're in our territory now, I guess.
Yeah.
I never said you were in your territory.
Well, you didn't say we weren't.
Said
so I
you
whistle
were
and they're
going
here.
through
Doskvol is our territory.
Okay. think quite
We
a few
had
gangs
them-
would contest that.
We had them cover our escape route. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. So you had them on retainer. They were ready to help protect you. Were these guys a one-time thing? I think they were.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
just a temporary.
Okay. So they will these guys kind of run out to come and help you. They're not bad fighters, but they're used to just brute strength, and they're not used to fighting these dogs. So it's a lot harder than you thought. And Duchess, of course, for getting all up in there, you are going to take level 2 harm. for that.
Okay, so I'll check my armor and bring that down to 1.
Okay.
And then could I also check heavy and bring it down to 0?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I just did.
Okay, or I could roll to resist it, and if I get anything but a 6 or critical, I get traumatized.
Not worth.
Okay, I'll roll heavy. I'll check heavy armor then.
Okay. So you check your heavy armor and are able to deflect the blow. And eventually,
wait. I didn't
have
check
enough?
my sledgehammer.
I was
which
I
is-
was trusting you, but your sledgehammer is 2, isn't it?
A large weapon?
Or an unusual weapon. One of the-
Either way,
technically the sledgehammer is part of demolition gear, which counts.
which
as
is also 2.
Is
Yeah.
2 load. Yeah, it's definitely a 2 load weapon.
In that case, I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Now this brings me back to my original question.
Or-
do I...
Logan, you could have been fighting with tinkering tools. A small
I had a
hammer.
small little hammer!
Just a little jeweler's hammer. Ding, ding, ding. I mean, 1 harm's not that bad.
1 harm, yeah, it's fine. Level
Yeah,
1.
but I could resist it.
How many you have 1 trauma?
Yeah.
It might be worth it. You get 4 dice.
I mean, is it worth it? No. Do you want the trauma? Maybe.
No trauma. No trauma.
I guess, okay, before I resist, are they dead?
You succeed. So, what happens is the gang sort of you hear the one scrabbling under the rubble, but I think y'all just leave that. But the other 2, you do kind of beat, and they eventually just sort of collapse. And then after they collapse, they start to lose form and sort of just dissolve into a pile of black ichor.
Okay, I'll just take the harm then.
But unless you guys want to dig out that one that you buried
I
alive.
kind of think.
Now let's get
I
outta
have
here.
an idea. Yeah, we can
Okay.
just set it on fire and
Oh,
deuces.
I mean, I'm guessing that fire is not a thing that works on it, but maybe I could be wrong.
I
Or
don't know.
we flee from the scene. We flee.
Barked at.
Barked. Viciously, up close and personal.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't care
y'all
about
need
this
to
dog.
make a decision.
I don't care about this dog.
We're
as it is.
leaving.
Go. We're
Okay.
leaving.
Goodbye!
Boy, bye.
All right, you leave. The Toughs also got a little bruised up during this
That's
fight,
fine.
and
They're not in our employ
they-
anymore.
Yeah, they're like, our debt is paid. Bye. Vinny sends his regards, per usual. Before the 3 of you once again continue on your journey, maybe being a little more careful, trying to watch your kind of backs a little more than you were originally guessing. Eventually, though, you do make it back to the Muse, and there you see Mia sitting at the bar, talking animatedly with Amaris, who just seems to kind of be like nodding along, a little overwhelmed.
We've all been there,
And-
Amaris.
And Rain is over by the stage, sort of watching this whole conversation very attentively, but kind of with amusement, as Amaris is being sort of excitedly talked at. And on entering, though, Amaris looks at you all like you're a lifeline, and she says, the heroes of the night. Thank you, Foxfire, for helping us out and getting lovely Mia over here free. She's just been so helpful and very informative. And Mia, meanwhile, you see a small creature that you've never seen before scurry out of her hair and around her shoulders, up her head, and back into her hands as she cups and she says, "Yes, Chester, I know it's been so long since I've seen you, and I'm very glad you were safe, though. I'm safe too, finally, and we have these lovely people that helped us, and I think we need to repay them."
You carry
so-
rats around too?
Box of rats?
Why is that not in a box?
She says, Mia looks at you all and she says, "Chester's not a rat. He's a squirrel. What's wrong with you all?" Before tucking Chester back into her hair and pulling out a couple of vials of Leviathan blood. And so I think they're in sort of I think we talked about you need like a liter of the stuff is what was required for this. And the sort of spirit bottle that the sirens had specially made is about the size of a liter bottle. But the vials that Mia pulls out are slimmer, kind of like long, slim, sort of like the long, slim, tall soda cans, sort of idea. But they're glass and they're sealed with sort of a special, it looks like metal corking device on top, and there is sort of a metal frame that helps to reinforce the glass that's holding this Leviathan blood. And seeing the Leviathan blood, it's almost looks like this roiling sort of black ichor, but it's like a if you've ever seen like a black opal or like a lightning opal where it's that really, it's got a really dark black, but then you see these flashes of bright sort of like electric blue and red and orange that sort of seem to like flash and then disappear, and it's kind of this constantly moving, it almost seems like it's alive within the container.
It's very trippy.
Yes, very trippy, very powerful. All of you can sense a sort of odd energy about it that's unsettling, but definitely, Sylph, you can tell that there's a lot of just raw power sort of coming off of this. And she pulls out 4 of these vials, which is exactly as much as you need before setting them out. She says,
Perfect.
"I've been talking to Amaris, and this seems to be exactly the amount you require for whatever it is you're doing. I don't really care. But I do appreciate your help, and I might be lying low for a little bit now, but if you ever need any other favors or a little firepower, you might say, feel free to give
Nonsense,
me a
dear.
call.
You go back to that hut and you start telling fortunes immediately.
Or if you need a fortune told, Duchess, yours is deliciously macabre.
I never told you my name.
Oh, the spirits tell me many things, darling.
I think Echo is like, 2 old prison mates, and she hands her an eel's breath shot. And she's like, thrust it in Mia's hand, and they like chink, and she's like,
Mia sniffs it a little bit. Chester, I don't know about this.
and I'm like,
then
come on!
Downs it real fast.
And I'm like, you have to go at the end. You have to like breathe out the eel's breath.
She lets out a big belch right in your face.
I thought it was gonna be a fiery belch, but
Well, it can be. Do you want to be singed?
I don't want it in my face.
Do you want level 1 flame burp, Parm?
Hey, that doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it doesn't even affect you. So there you go. You're good.
It doesn't.
Okay. So Amars quickly confiscates these 4 vials underneath the bar, and she says, "Perfect. All right. Well, we have what we need, Mia. You can go do whatever you want now. Thank you very much. Please leave my bar."
Please
And
go.
she turns to the sirens. Oh, not the sirens. Sorry. She turns to Foxfire and says, "We probably just need a couple days to set up the spirit bottle as we need it, and then hopefully we can take out the foghounds once and for all." I think the voice is still deliberating about your sort of idea with maintaining the foghounds as potential allies if you were to do sort of a power change, one might say. She is worried the Foghounds are known for their interloyalty, so she's not sure how effective it could be unless you can find a turncoat of some kind, or some other way maybe to control them.
Oh, we could see dissension among the ranks.
We
Always
have
a
our ways,
possibility.
Amaris.
I do not doubt them. I'm just, at the moment, we don't know about what the current sort of crew situation is for the Foghounds. So we think just be easier potentially just to eliminate as many as possible. But there is a greater reward if we can get them to help us in some way. And with that, we could do a time jump and just
We need to
skip
get
right to that.
paid.
We need to get paid.
Paid, Sean, paid.
Paid.
Pay us. Downtime activity.
Downtime.
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 And downtimes. All right.
XP.
No, we don't.
You know
get
what that
XP
also
yet.
means is entanglements.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
And
yes,
heat.
yes.
Okay, so pay off. Boo! I think you get 3 rep for that job. We're tier tire.
We're tier higher. We advance as well.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
If you pay.
Yeah.
If you pay, that sounded
Do you guys
so
have
menacing.
the money? I think this was just a standard score, so 6 coin.
Okay, so that's 6, and then we need 2 more, right?
Perfect. Let's take 2 from our thing.
Oh, does the crew have 2?
The crew has 4.
Oh, sweet.
You're
Awesome.
almost full. Great. Oh my god, we are... Wait. Are we at war with the Foghounds?
Yeah.
So you could theoretically become tier 2 weak, but you're at -1 hold, so you'd still be
Yeah,
tier
we're
1.
paying to be tier 2 weak, but we're at -1 hold. So it's fine. We're just not effectively tier 2 yet.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe y'all kind of pay off some people, do some sort of purchases, and spread some word, establish some groundwork with new contacts and stuff. But you lay the groundwork for raising the tier level of your gang, but you can't really enact it until these pesky foghounds are dealt with, because they don't like you. Actually, you're just racking up the enemies now. All right, and
What else is new, Sean?
that was contained standard exposure, so 2 heat. Actually, make that 3 heat because you're at war.
Did you get that, Logan?
3 heat.
Yeah.
Bam.
Because I'm not keeping track. What is y'all's wanted level? Is it still the same?
It's 1, yeah.
Still
Yeah,
1.
where's the entanglement roll?
You click wanted.
Oh, weird.
Click that. Wanted. Ooh, 6. Who current? Oh, it's arrest.
Oh, great!
We were just talking about this.
An inspector presents a case file of evidence to a magistrate and starts to prosecute your crew. The Bluecoats send a detail to arrest you. Pay them off with coin, wanted level +3, hand someone over for arrest. This clears your heat, or try to evade capture.
Can I pay them? Okay, I want to be arrested, but I want to have finished this downtime so that I can get jailbird before I'm arrested. So can I just pay them like a coin to be like, come back tomorrow?
Hmm.
Boys, I'm not going anywhere. Just
I have these
today's a little
really
inconvenient.
expensive opera tickets, and I'd really like to use them.
Roll a fortune die for me. And we'll see what the fates decide.
3.
Okay, I think you can pay them off, but it's going to be expensive. 3 coin.
So 3 coin versus 4 for not going to jail.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Or you all could just try and evade capture.
I mean,
You all have
technically,
plenty of coin.
I have the coin, yeah.
Do you? Because I only have 1.
I'd have to take it out of my stash.
The Bluecoats are coming.
Let's just evade capture. You can level up, and then next time they want to come arrest you, you can just go.
Yeah.
But what is evading cap? I don't feel like that's just a free.
No, it's not. You're going to have to make some rolls, probably.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a hidden tower.
We live in a hidden tower that no one knows about.
That's true. I don't really need to leave.
Yes, you do. You have to go to the opera.
Or I get 1 stress, become traumatized, and clear my stress. Same thing.
That too.
Effectively the same.
Effectively equivalent, except it gives you a trauma. Okay,
That's fine.
so
I'll just hide out then.
Yeah, we're gonna hide.
okay, so you try to evade capture. Let's say Jaren has sort of tried to fabricate some more sort of wrongdoings that Duchess has been up to lately. Some of which maybe have a hint of truth and others don't. And he is going to, I think, so, I mean, y'all have to sort of, I think maybe you try to go about as business as usual, and then, like, a contingent of Bluecoats kind of, like, stop you all and have a warrant for your arrest. You can't just go. If you could just hide in your hidey hole, there'd be no point.
Well, we could just not do downtime that involves leaving. So,
yeah,
like, if someone
or I
wanted
guess
to
that
indulge
would be
their
the other
vice,
option.
they couldn't.
Well, I was thinking of just being in disguise. Unless evading capture.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in my professor persona.
She's Professor Persona-ing.
I am so very respectable, Sean.
So very respectable. Okay, so you are going to your classes like usual as your professor sort of get up, and despite this, some bluecoats do seem to be trailing after you, and eventually one of them sort of stops you and says, "Madam, I believe we have a warrant for your arrest. If you would be so kind as to come with us." And sort of pats his baton as the two others flank you, so you could try and sway them, maybe. Think they
Yeah.
have the wrong person.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna be like, who? Me? Arabella?
I think you mean
Arabella.
that person, and point to the professor who's living on the street since his job got stolen. That's who you want.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, oh, I know that the person who I had this job before me is disreputable, but I have done nothing wrong. I teach,
Okay.
and she's just like, I mean, I think she'll either convince them there or like go down to the Bluecoats and be like convincing at the station and just be like, I don't know who this Echo person is, but I'm a professor. You can ask all my students. I live over here.
Mhm. Okay. So I think
I
you.
take a gondola to work every day.
I take the public gondola to work.
Yes, I just love, educating the youth.
The youths.
The youths.
Think you'll need to make
A roll.
a
I must
roll.
roll.
A roll of
Do I get to use my special ability, or does
yes.
not count? Okay.
And we'll say it's risky
whatever.
standard.
Risky standard. I lost a bonus die. Boom.
It's easy. It's a softball. They eat it right up, and they immediately arrest the old professor instead, whose life has just gone from bad to worse to just unimaginably terrible, and they will be now going to jail for crimes they never committed.
Tough luck.
And
it's a dog eat dog world in Doskvol.
It is a dog eat dog. It's an eel eat eel, rat eat rat, box eat box.
Hellhound eat hellhound.
Rat box eat rat box. But you are free to go about your business. And so.
And I'm just like, such an evil man.
Sylph, I think you also have you been going out and about, or are you just gonna lay low?
I'm gonna be sneaky. After Echo comes back and is like, hey, there's Bluecoats around, I'm gonna be like, okay, I just won't let them see me. That's the plan.
Gonna sneaky sneak?
Yes.
Roll that.
If they see me, I will destroy their mind.
It'll be risky standard.
It's the usual.
Oh, roll 20 is really slow for some reason.
Really slow.
Uh-oh.
It's
all
coming!
Those people playing RPGs. 6. Another softball. Alright. So, you are just the sneakiest of sneaks, and have so much experience slinking past Bluecoats that it's not even, especially with the aid of He Who Walks in Darkness now, it's like taking
easy mode.
Candy from a Bluecoat. And so you go as you please, pretty much as you normally would, since you tend to sneak around a lot anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And Doskvol is your oyster, per usual. And what is Duchess going to do?
She is not going to leave the tower.
She's not.
Until
Conspiracy tower.
She is going to leave at some point and be arrested. But that point is not right now.
Okay. So. How does that work? Okay, so they're still looking for you then.
Yes.
And you're going to... Then we move to downtime.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I leave, I assume I will be arrested.
Yes. Or, I mean, they'll try if you want, if you don't try to evade them.
Oh, I think I'm gonna turn myself in.
Of course. All right. So, what is everyone going to do for downtime? You only get one downtime activity, unless you're Duchess.
I'm going to personal train, and it's gonna be I'm in my little red string room, and I'm like creating this whole layout of the prison complex and connecting all the dots of who has what problems and how I can exploit it. And so I'm gonna personal train that way, and that's gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna take Jailbird when I level up,
All right.
and then the second one's I'm gonna heal
You didn't pay
with
a
what's
coin
his
to heal.
face,
Oh, with Stev.
Stev.
Stev, you have to acquire Stev.
I
Can't
assume
we
he
just
just
have
stops
Stev
by
live
the
in our
tower.
tower?
I think he just stops by every week. He's like, they're gonna f themselves up somehow.
He's on call, but he's not, a permanent. Eventually, maybe you
Yes.
can get him as an elite cohort, but you do not have him at the moment, so he must do the rolls.
And that is tier.
You roll the cruise tier, and you get a +1 because of pack rats for acquiring assets.
Yes. And do we also get a +1 because we've acquired him before?
I'm gonna say yes because y'all acquire stuff all the time.
Okay.
He's like a family friend at this point.
So that's, and our tier is still 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Your tier is still 1 though. 3 dice. 5. So he is a tier 2. He's +1 over whatever your tier is.
I actually am
Elite.
connected, so I get +1 result level
For
acquiring an
assets?
asset during downtime.
When did you get that?
My last advancement. I haven't acquired an asset since I got it, so it's never come up.
Oh, okay. Well, then you get +1 effect. Okay, yeah. So then he's tier.
So it's like
3.
I rolled a 6, yeah.
Yeah, he's tier 3 then.
So then he rolls 3 to
3
heal
dice. Yes.
me. Great. This is so fun. 4.
Which means he heals 2. 2 ticks on your 4 clock for healing. So you're not fully healed.
Actually, I have less effect. So does that affect my acquire an
because-
asset?
No, that's only for action rolls.
Yeah, fortune doesn't.
Okay.
Fortunes aren't affected by action rolls.
Perfect, because that would be terrible. I guess, yeah, because you didn't set the position or effect.
Because there is none.
Yeah. Okay, great.
All right. Are you going to pay for more healing? You think?
Sure, I'll just drop my 1 coin and do it again. And then do the other ones, do they have to acquire Stev as well?
Yeah,
Or
like
is it if
wanna
I do
heal.
it? I don't understand how it works.
I mean, it would be silly to be like, okay, Steph, gotta reacquire you again.
Yeah,
Five,
but
so
I
2
think you
more.
do.
I think you're.
I
think
don't know
do.
if you can do healing for everyone at once. That's actually a great question. Healing is not.
It's not very straightforward. I guess, recover.
You'd think we'd know all this by now, but we definitely don't.
We try to resist harm as much as possible.
Oh, no, I think I acquire the asset, and then I have to take the recover action. So that is 2 downtime for me to roll. But now we still have him, so they can also roll to recover.
with the same amount.
Oh yeah, because it says who can provide service to your whole crew. Yeah, so they
Yes.
still have to roll recovery
Yes.
though.
So none of us have the physiker, so we had to acquire the physiker and then take the recover downtime.
Yes.
So I would still only have 2 on my clock because I would not have been able to do the second heal.
Right. Yeah, you still had to spend a coin to even do the first heal since you
Yes.
trained first.
Yes.
Okay, yep, you're right. That makes sense. And that means that if, Sarah, you went to heal, you have to use your one activity.
Yeah, I'm gonna
to do
use
recovery.
1 to do recovery, and then I'll pay to indulge my dice.
Okie dokie. So, you still need to roll for Stev,
Mhm.
who I guess is still considered tier 3
Yeah.
for
So
you
I
all.
still roll 3.
So you roll 3, yep.
Stev, my boy. Be kind.
How good is he? Okay,
Cool.
pretty much the same. So just 2 on your track.
2. P as in I will go visit the docks. You'll see a lovely professor get on a gondola and passes through a misty area, and all of a sudden the professor is no longer there, and in her place stands Echo, rowing her way on a gondola to the docks to
All
see
right.
a fight.
You visit the docks for some more fights,
Yes,
and
I
you
do.
relieve some stress gambling on
Gotta-
those.
Whew. It's been so stressful.
3, not bad.
Da-da-da.
And
Okay.
then Sylph.
Logan, how do you have to be at the opera for me to get the opera bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I get it when I do indulge, and an ally who joins me also gets it.
So I was gonna go proselytize to like some random guy.
Like during intermission,
do
you
that.
just proselytize. You're like handing out pamphlets. Have you heard of he who walks
put a
in
damper on
darkness?
that.
So I'll just do it normal and hope I don't roll a 6.
Also, Logan, you will take, of course, the 1 stress for not indulging your vice.
Okay, 4.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Which gives you a trauma.
No.
No, I think he's 1 away from a trauma.
Yeah, he was 1 away. Right?
The order of this is all very strange.
Yes.
When do I get the stress from downtime?
I mean, that's it's debatable. I think we get to decide. Let's see. Let's look up indulge vice. See if they have anything on that. Because I would assume definitely once downtime is over, you would have to take it because you have to indulge your vice during downtime. Why is this not under indulge vice? Why is that not a section over here? Oh my gosh. Indulging 155 and 156. So, yeah, so indulging the vice can only be done when the crew has downtime. Oh, alternatively, you may choose to release your character to be lost in their vice during a game session, allowing them to indulge off camera while you play a different PC.
What?
Forgot about that mechanic.
I love that.
It's just like they need a vacation, so.
Ignoring your vice. It just says you take stress equal to your trauma if you don't indulge during downtime.
Okay, well,
So
I'm just
basically,
gonna tell you these actions that I want to do, Sean, in some order. I don't know. I think this is up for discussion. I want to get 1 XP from doing something.
oh, you're training, yeah.
And then advance. get jailbird, go to the opera, and get arrested on the way.
You would still get the stress. So you'd have to indulge. You have to like finish the whole opera situation.
So like coming out of the opera, you get arrested.
Right.
Yes. So I guess pay a coin so I can indulge. Maybe consort with what's his face to like smuggle me to the opera,
right?
So I can experience the opera.
I think you're gonna need to roll something to get to the opera, and then you can get jailed.
Great.
Which does not relieve any stress.
No, but if I'm at the opera and indulge and then leave and get arrested, then I have indulged.
Yeah. Okay. I think as we've done it so far is fine. I think if you want to get to the opera to actually indulge, you need to roll something.
Great. Is anyone else doing downtime? And I guess if I'm going to the opera, do you want to come with me, Abby?
I mean, I rolled fine. I'm okay.
Oh, are you at 0?
No, I'm at 1, but...
Oh. Well, if you come with me, you can make it 0.
I'll proselytize later.
Okay.
We're like,
sure,
I'm banned, so I can't go back.
Yeah, you are banned.
So
is everyone else done with downtime? Done with downtime?
Yeah.
That sounds like a no.
I think I might train resolve, but that'll be it.
Okay, and pay the coin?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I will also pay a coin to train insight.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Then I'm gonna pay coin to indulge my vice.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do so, consort to get there.
Who are you consorting with?
Who runs it? Maestro Helenren. I'm gonna be like
the maestro.
I send a carriage for me. I don't feel like walking today.
The maestro, who you know personally, apparently.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's risky standard.
Perfect. Great. Love it.
For that consort.
5.
Okay, you do it, but there are consequences. Let's see. So, the maestro sends a carriage to come pick you up, and what is a good consequence?
Do I just have to pay extra for the privilege of coming to the opera?
Yeah, that's a good one. Sure.
He's like,
he gets you like an extra fancy seat and everything, but he requests an extra donation to the opera's sort of running, which he knows as a favored patron you will be more than happy to oblige.
Of course. Great.
So I guess we can make it 2 coin.
Yes. Which is also 4 stash.
Yes.
And then I'll indulge. A crit. Does that mean anything? I don't think it does. What a great roll.
That's a really good roll to waste on vice.
Yeah,
I know.
On indulge vice. I don't think it does mean anything. I don't think you can.
You don't get to clear a trauma?
Indulge vice. Wow, that would be crazy.
Okay. Well, I'll just increase that to 8 and clear all my stress.
Yeah, nice.
You can increase it by 2?
Up or down by 1 or 2.
Wow.
Yeah, it gives me quite the range.
That does. I thought it was just 1 for some reason. Okay, so you indulge your vice, you lose yourself in the opera for a little bit in this wonderful seating that you've never had access to before. And
Maybe it moves me so much. I'm like, you know what? This play about camaraderie has really inspired me to turn myself in for the betterment of our crew. And then I shed a tear, take a swig, and I walk to the Blue Coat station.
Oh, boo.
You self-serving.
You self-serving.
Conniving little...
XP. It's still camaraderie, though. I'll take it.
All right, and you turn yourself in to go to jail. Jaren, of course, once again feels very satisfied about this,
I'm sure you do, Jaren.
though he's not ready to give up yet on his main mission of pinning you with the murder of his brother.
No, I think this is. I feel like he failed at that, but like he got us on destruction of that one scaffold. Like that's all he was able to scrounge up at the moment.
Yeah, it's like destruction of property, and then maybe like I don't know, some petty thievery, as well as like breaking and entering from when y'all broke a window for the
Yeah.
recent score, as well as maybe some other false stuff about selling drugs or something. Where is the jail section? It's probably under
148.
48.
But we can do that at the beginning of next session.
Sure, yeah.
Or we could just get XP and then I can roll it with Jailbird. That's all I want.
I thought you already had Jailbird.
No, I need one more. So I need the session to end so I can get the one more.
Wink, wink.
Oh my gosh. I thought you had it. I thought you had the thing.
No, this whole thing has been calculation and conspiracy, Sean, to get the best possible benefit.
Yeah, very calculating.
In
very
keeping.
conspiratorial. Let's see. Well, do you guys want to just cut it here, or do you want to try and like start a new score, maybe?
I'm okay with cutting it and starting fresh.
Okay.
That way
This is
Logan
10
can
o'clock.
choose if he wants to play Vinny or make a new character or whatever.
Oh no, I'll play Vinny for
Okay.
sure.
For sure.
Vinny,
Vinny.
our
For
boy Vinny.
sure.
The top of the list.
Oh, I wanted to blow things up for so long.
You finally
And
got
I
to use your
quote.
sledgehammer
I know.
too, so. All right. Okay, so we will call it there for tonight, but I'll go over XP real fast. And let's open up that tab because I do have that one marked at least. You would think I have enough tabs in this book, but I don't.
Whoa.
Apparently. So I need to add jail on top of a couple other stuff, apparently. Okay, playbook specific XP triggers. I think all of y'all did that at least once. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Trying to think. Does anyone have a compelling case for that? The
I
deafening
went down.
silence is a no.
I went down back into the summoning circle so we could see what they summoned, just because I wanted to.
That is something, but is that more
Which
of a
might be
issue
more
from
reckless.
Visotraumas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a
And
sounds like a
obsessed.
Visotrauma for sure. Okay, so let's go with that. Did the other two struggle with an issue from your Visotrauma?
No, I don't think so.
Wrong. Okay, 0 for that. Was that enough XP, Logan?
I did. I took Jailbird. I am good.
Thank goodness. All right. Crew advancement. Crew specific XP trigger, which I don't think y'all ever do.
Camaraderie.
You did a reverse kidnapping.
We did a theft of Mia.
A theft of me.
Theft of Mia.
No. So, contend with challenges above your current station. Yes, you get 1 for that. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. No, I don't think we
are
boosted-
so reliable.
Oh, reliable. I can't just give that to you every single time you complete a score, though.
But we did it good with low heat. Mia was uninjured.
Okay, I'll give it to you for that one because you just blew through with a bunch of 6s. So it was pretty reliable and professional, which I think
Yeah.
was at one point a reputation y'all
Mhm.
had.
Our
Yeah.
first one.
Our first one that we did not follow, which was ruined by the goat incident,
It's recently become professional.
but it's
Was
not
it
much better.
ruined? Was it ruined or was it just enhanced?
It was cast to the wayside and now it's being slowly reeled back into the spotlight. Goals drives inner conflict or essential nature of the crew.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Okay, sticking together, working together. I'll give you all that one.
And, we were nice to Mia. Like, we kind of brought her into
Girls
the crew
stick
a little
together.
bit. Girls stick together. Crazy girls gotta stick together.
Crazy girls gotta stick together. All right, and that is that. That's all the XP you get. Next week, not next week, but 2 weeks from now, next session, we get to explore jail with the jailbird Duchess.
Do you want me to roll incarceration now so we know what happens? And you can plan if need to? Okay.
Yeah, why not? Be a fun way to end. What page did you say that was on?
148. It's your tier. But ours is...
But you get a bunch of bonuses.
No, I just get one. I just get bonuses to a bunch of different things.
Yeah, well, your tier is still 1, technically.
Yeah.
So you have 2 dice.
2 dice. Oh, wait. Well, it says 2, so I'm just going to roll this without a plus. 5.
You keep your head down and do your time without incident.
Voice.
It's the basic level. Does it get increased by any chance? Because otherwise nothing interesting happens while you're
When incarcerated, your wanted level counts as 1 less, your tier is 1 more, and you gain +1 faction status with a faction you help on the inside.
Wait, say that again. So your wanted is 0, so that means you're only in for a few weeks.
Yes.
And then what was the other one?
Our tier counts as 1 more, so that's...
Oh, we already did that.
We did that. And then we get +1 faction status with a faction I help on the inside.
So if you want to, y'all could do like a score where you try and help someone who's imprisoned.
Or I just get that. I think you can decide who I help, but if I go to jail, then I get +1 faction status.
If you help them, but I feel like you can't just say you help someone. That's no fun. There has to be roles involved.
No, because if I rolled the 6, it's the same thing. It's you get +1 faction status with the crew you assisted while you serve your time. It's just like a...
Okay, I'm gonna put that under further investigation.
TBD.
+1 faction status from Jailbird. We'll see how that shakes out.
We should help a foghound, and they can help us infiltrate.
There are parentheses that say, in addition to your incarceration role.
Okay, well, I'll figure that out. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and I hope you had fun. We did, of course. Next week, we'll be playing Iron Sworn. We just finished a delve, and we need to do a journey.
And we're corrupted.
We're corrupted.
Corrupt an artifact, and we have recently become corrupted. So it should be exciting, just in general. And then after that, we'll be back again with more Blades.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
And we'll see what the group is up to with that. But thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Thanks for the follows and the subscriptions, and we look forward to seeing y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.